Stephen. I am the campus pastor here at Cypress. I have been doing student ministry since about 1990. And so I love teenagers. I love students. I love to hang out with students. I love to talk to students because y'all are better listeners than adults, right? Okay, I'm trained as a teacher. I'm going to tell you a story in a little bit that's going to deal with that. And I can tell you that during the in-service yesterday, okay, I'm going to let you know a little teacher secret. If you acted like the teachers acted yesterday during the in-service, you would have all been sent to the office. The worst students out there are teachers during in-service. I know. I sat in those in-services as someone taught us something very boring. Okay? And I looked around as the coaches were drawing up plays. I was one of those. As some of the teachers were writing their lesson plans. As other people were trying to surf on whatever they could surf on. And so just understand that the teachers are the absolute worst students. I had the privilege to go to a school 2 years ago and teach the in-service. And I told them that. I said, I'm watching every one of you. You've got to pay attention, and I expect you to act like your students act and not like you act during normal in-services. And every one of them looked up and knew exactly what I was talking about. So, are y'all glad to be back to school? Yeah. Are you glad to be back to 7-Eleven? Yeah. Are you more excited about 7-Eleven than school? Yeah. A couple weeks off, but we're back. We're in the theater, which is kind of a cool feel because I can see every one of you. Over there in the arena, it's hard because I have to look up and you have to spot people. And this is better. I feel like I can reach out and give each one of you a hug, right? Like a Kelly hug. Like one of those good hugs, right? What was the best thing you got for Christmas? Shout it out. 1, 2, 3. Me too. All right, here we go. I asked it last year. What was the best thing you gave? Shout it out. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hey, remember Christmas is the spirit of giving. We've kind of turned it in the American culture in the spirit of receiving. But my favorite question to ask around Christmas, I've asked a couple of y'all that. What's the favorite thing you gave? And I have to tell you a story that a couple of weeks before, in our household, Santa brings 3 presents to each one of our boys. Okay? 3 presents. We try to spiritualize Santa because the wise men, they brought 3 presents to Santa. It was just a sorry excuse of trying to spiritualize Santa Claus, and he's not spiritual. So they each get 3 things. Well, they pick about 10. And then as time goes on, they kind of narrow it down. Well, Andrew, my youngest, who's 6, loves golf. And his golf clubs that he has, and he's left-handed, so he can't get any hand-me-downs from Riley and Wesley. So he has to have new clubs. Well, his old clubs are for 3 to 5-year-olds. And they're small, and he's got a pretty sweet little stroke, better than mine. And it's amazing. And I'm thinking, you know what? Those are about $100 to $200, depending on which ones we get. That would be a great Santa gift, right? He could use them. Here's how I judge a gift. Okay, if it's a good Christmas gift, you still have it and still use it a year later. Okay? And so if I ask you what you got 2009 Christmas, and do you still have it and do you still use it? If the answer is yes and yes, that's a good gift. Golf clubs he'll have for the next 3 years. And he'll use them. He loves golf. So that wasn't one of the things that he picked. So in the dad Santa manipulative way, I'm trying to get him to pick golf clubs. So what do? I take him to Golf Galaxy. Okay? It's over there next to REI. Okay? 2 great stores side by side. It's a beautiful thing. REI is right there at Golf Galaxy, and you go in and you can actually hit the clubs. And I said, Andrew, look at these. They're left-handed. They're perfect for you. You want to hit them? Yeah. So he gets over there, and he gets to where there's a little screen and a monitor, and he goes straight down the middle of the fairway, about 150 yards. Awesome shot. He goes, I like these, Dad. And so he hits those, and he goes over to the irons, and he's hitting off the little turf there. Better than I can hit. I can't hit off the turf. Okay, some of y'all just lost you, but it's a little AstroTurf because there's not grass inside of Golf Galaxy. Okay, so he's hitting it, and the guy walks over, the little salesman, he goes, man, you've done a good job with him. I said, I've done nothing except hand him these clubs. Okay, so he's hitting them, and I'm trying as Dad, hey, don't you think you'd like clubs for Christmas? Yeah, ask Grandpa. He'll buy me clubs. Well, Grandpa's already got you something. I knew it was a bike, but I didn't tell him that. I said, Grandpa's got you something. I said, what are you getting from Santa? And he said, well, I'm getting this rocket, I'm getting this. And he couldn't think of a third thing. I said, well, what about asking Santa for clubs? He goes, Yeah, I'll ask Santa for clubs. Perfect. Well, I don't get over to Golf Galaxy very often, so now I'm trying to figure out. And I'm sitting there thinking, he goes, can I go putt? Sure, there's a little putting area over there, and he likes to putt, and he'll do it for an hour if I let him. So he goes there and he starts to putt, and I asked this old man who's been sweet helping us. He's been a great help. Okay, probably 65-year-old grandpa type. I said, hey, I've got to get these clubs purchased and in a Suburban without him knowing. He said, I can help you. So he goes to the back of the store, carries the clubs around. Andrew's over there putting. I'm walking. I'm giving him my credit card. I'm walking back. Yeah, good putting. I'm putting with him. I'm walking over there. I'm signing for it. And I said, okay, is there any chance you can get it in the back of that white Suburban without him seeing it? He said, sure. So he's trying to put this plastic bag over it. See-through, like those real thin plastic bags. And the manager walks up and says, what in the world are you doing? He said, we're trying to keep this hidden from this little boy. He said, well, oh, that's easy. Go get one of those boxes they ship bags in boxes that are perfect. He said, he'll never know what it is. There's no picture. Get one of those. He said, great. I give him my keys. He goes and gets into the box. He goes in. It's like, I feel like it's Mission Impossible, okay? We're spies. I'm over there putting. The man walks back, gives me one of those, hey, I'm like, hey, he's on my team. He's a smart guy. He's a good guy, right? So he tosses me my keys back. I slip them in my pocket. I said, Andrew, let's go. It's time to go. He goes, okay, puts the putter up. And he goes out and he goes, yeah, I can't wait. I want to get those clubs. I was assuming that this man was intelligent. Okay? I unlock the door and I look at Andrew and he opens his door. There's a car seat there. And he's going. And I go, what? And I look in and there is a box of golf clubs sitting on his car seat. And I thought, this isn't the nice thing to think. I thought, you idiot. Why would you put the golf clubs that we've gone to just painstakingly, just efforts to hide from the kid on his car seat? When I've got a Suburban, there's like 70 cubic feet of space in the back that you can put golf clubs. Luckily, it was in a box, and we've been riding around. This was our 4th stop that day. And this box has magically appeared. And I just kind of pull one of these, must be something your mom had in the car. And he looks and goes, maybe it's those clubs. No, it's not the clubs. I'm grabbing the box. Luckily, it was hidden. Put it in the back. I said, it must be something your mom got from Hobby Lobby. Okay? Because there was something in the back from Hobby Lobby. So I'm picking up frames, anything I can to divert. Hey, how about those Astros? Anything, Trying to get his mind off the big box that has now appeared in his car seat. Okay? And luckily, he never got it. He totally forgot about it. I got his mind. He walked downstairs. There's clubs sitting there from Santa. They're out. They're unpacked. And he goes, these are exactly like the ones I was hitting at Golf Galaxy. I said, man, isn't Santa good? And I thought, we give a little too much credit for some people sometimes, right? That was one of my favorite presents only because of the story that really came of knowing 3 months ago that he needed clubs. Knowing that I don't want to shell out $125 for brand new ones, that Santa could do that, right? Of course, in his mind, it's all free. If you still believe in Santa, sorry. Okay? My bad. I'll talk to your parents later. So, how many of y'all get one of these things right here? You know what this is? This is a yearbook. How many of y'all have a yearbook at your house? How many of y'all have ever signed a yearbook? Okay? Do you ever do that? They go, will you sign my yearbook? I don't even know your name. Oh, somebody wrote it there. Okay, yeah. Jenny. Okay. It's so funny. I love looking at yearbooks because I love to see what people write. It's usually stuff like, you're so sweet. Love that. Okay? That means I'm never going to date you. Okay? You're so sweet. You've got such a good sense of humor. You're so funny. Okay? And then, oh, I'm really glad that we got put in the same English class so I can get to know you better. Okay? You sat across, never talked to me, but yeah, okay, thanks. I know you a lot better now. Okay? But the yearbooks are so interesting because in them is chock full of information, right? Not only do you have a picture, ooh, there's your faculty. Wow. How many of y'all go to Langham? Woo! I'm not going to say her name. It's a teacher in there. Man, she scares me. I wouldn't miss paying her class. But you look at this, and on page 189, I love it.